Guys, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Frenchie. I hope you're all well. You'll notice straight off the bat that there's no face cam today, but nevertheless, it will be back soon, so don't worry. Welcome back to the channel, and for those of you who are new, welcome. If you are new then, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. It is free, and you will be able to keep up to date with all the wonderful stuff that goes on in my channel. Today we are back with another episode of West Derby Warriors. It's not been that long since we last met, about a month in the game, but a lot has changed since then. You can see from the table on the left-hand side, we are indeed third, with a game in hand on the rest of the league above us. Winning that game in hand will put us, in fact, put us into third. Could even bump us up to second. I think I said we were third, we're fourth. If we win by 3 or more goals, we will go up to second behind Nelson. So, since last time then, we've been on an absolute roll. 4-0, 7-0, 3-2 and 2-0. We'll start off with the 4-0 against Gilkiller. You can see a Benoit Dodd hat-trick and a Shiva goal. I believe that was his first goal for the club. Indeed it was. Followed that up with a 7-0 battering of Knaresborough in the cup. I thought this would be quite tough. They are in the division above us. They are in the 9th tier, so I thought it might be a bit difficult. But no, not really. A hat-trick from Dermot Mora, goal from Jamie Tarrant, 2 from Benoit Dodd, and a goal from Joe Clements. As you can see, Benoit Dodd has been on absolute fire last 4 games. A hat-trick, 2 goals, another goal there. Follow that up then back in the league with a 3-2 win over Backup. 2 goals from Benoit Dodd, as I mentioned, and Jamie Tarrant got on there to get the third to seal the win. And then a 2-0 win over St Helens Town, thanks to Tarrant and Benoit Dodd leading the line for the squad. In Lee Spencer's absence, he may well stay in the team. So then, in today's episode, then we are taking on Bury AFC, obviously the Phoenix Club of Bury Football Club, who were favourites to go up. If we just have a quick look at the league table season preview, you can see they are still favourites to go up on 2-5. We're just behind them on 7-5, so closing the odds a little bit out, especially compared to the beginning of the season. And we have a look at our schedule as well. We're also taking West Auckland. Now, for those of you who don't know this, West Auckland are perhaps one of the famous teams, non-professional teams at least, in England. They were the first ever team to compete internationally for England. They beat what was then an amateur side, Juventus, 6-1 in the final of the Sir Thomas Lipton Trophy, which took place in Italy in 1909 and 1911. It was one of the first European tournaments. Famously, there is a little bit of folklore up in County Durham that West Auckland were the only side sent because they shared initials at the time, as a certain Woolwich Arsenal, now we know as Arsenal Football Club in the Premier League. So quite a little bit of history behind West Auckland Town, and we are taking them on in the build base FAV's 4th round today, so I will waste no more time and we'll get into the game against Bury in just a second. So then, we are ready to pick the side that'll take on probably our toughest opposition of the whole season, to be quite honest, in Bury AFC. They were by far favourites to go up. Just one thing I completely forgot, we signed this fella, Harry Garstang, formerly of Preston. He's been out on the game for 2 years. He looks quite good, he's quite athletic, quite physical, some alright mentals, pretty good flair, decisions off the ball, aggression. He looks like he could be a good pressing forward. He's still young as well, so perhaps he might be able to stick around for a year or two before someone snaps him up. 20 years old, can play up front as attacking midfielder, and even just maybe trained to play that centre of the park. So perhaps he may be someone who could do a bit for us. But I'm probably going to go for this squad for today. So in goal, we've got Wrestle again. He's been okay. Mistake-ridden, yeah, but we haven't really got anyone else to replace him. Haplin, Holton, Bapty and Burl, the usual back four. Pino in the defensive midfield, Credo and Raimondi in the centre of the park, Mora and Dodd on the wings, and Jamie Tarrant up front. I think that's it for noticeable and notable changes to the squad, but without further ado, let's get into probably our hardest challenge of the year. So we are underway at the Bill Shankly Recreational Playing Fields, taking on Bury AFC. Bascom to whip in this free kick out to Gilboy and loads of space out to Daniels. Let's hit the post. Is anyone going to get to it? Get it clear. Bascom to put the ball in. Cleared away from Burl. Not going to try to pronounce that because I'll offend someone. Hunt. And that's the end of the highlights. So then we approach half time. There's not more than 10 minutes left. Not really much has happened. We are edging out possession slightly, but they are creating much more chances and better chances too, as you can see. But 0-0 at half time is probably deserved. We'll get into the dressing room and say it's time for everyone to dig in, give your all. Nobody reacts. So I'm going to say you weren't bad, but I think you can improve. and we get a bit more reaction, but not a great one. As we're out for the second half then, hopefully we can get a result. Even just holding to them with the draw, I mean a win would take us above them with our game in hand as well, which would be nice. But I don't know whether that will come to fruition. As you can see, we're already at the hour mark, so changes are going to come. Credo is going to be the first to come off, as he'll come off for Stephen Brown. Jamie Tarrant is having a bit of a shocker, so he can come off for Mijo. And we'll leave that for now, maybe make another change in 10 minutes time. The ball looks long for Foley. Haplin gets there. Mora cuts inside. Loses it. Is Gilboy to Yumele. Foley. Bit of pressure on him. But into Daniels, and what the I don't think I want to watch this 3D replay. Pino should have put a challenge in, but doesn't. Egan with a brilliant ball in. Wrestle heads it. Daniels heads it, and Wrestle just about misses it, which is a bit frustrating. So now we've got to go for it now, as we're going to make a few tactical tweaks. So then 20 minutes to go, and we're pushing on for it a bit more. You can see 6.4, 6.5s all over the pitch. So we're going to make a final change. Haplin is going to come for Michael Holford. There's 10 minutes left. Hopefully it could have an impact, but I don't think it will. As Chippendale's got a throw. Here's Gilboy. Back to Baxcombe. Forward to Chippendale, who's through on goal and makes it 2-0. How was that not offside? And our run of excellent form comes to an end at the hands of Berry. Awful liability. Awful liable defending. You can see ball over the top. Takes out the entire squad. One touch and wrestles. Shit. No other way to put that, really. 2-0 as we fall to defeat. And there's not really much we can do about it. And of course, there's apparently an injury. No? As the game is over. I don't know what that was about. We're getting the dressing room. I'm going to tell them I'm furious, because I am. And they seem motivated. They know that was not good enough. You can see that leaves us in 4th place, but still with the game in hand above Bury. In fact, I think that was our game in hand on the rest of the league. And a draw would have meant that we could have gone above Bury. Oh, that's frustrating. So then I will come back in just a second for the West Auckland game. Hopefully we can turn this episode around and get a result there. So then this is the team to take on West Auckland in County Durham. Obviously, well, from County Durham. It's pretty much the same as the last game out, but Charles comes in for Credo because Credo was a bit naff. I think that will probably be it. I'm going to put Holford on the bench for Peter Zold, because if we have to lose a goalkeeper, well, I'll just be unlucky, and we'll stick the biggest man in there. So let's get into the game then, and hopefully we can get a result in the cup against the County Durham opposition. So then we are underway at the Bill Shankly Recreational Playing Fields once more, looking to get a result in the cup, progress into, I believe, what will be the 5th round, which is what our board expect of us as a maximum. So I suppose going out now wouldn't be the end of the world, but we don't want to think like that. We want to be confident and hope that we can get a result. As Bapti plays a long ball forward, looking to Tarrant. Tarrant's going to latch onto it with plenty of space, puts it in. What a ball from David Bapti, the skipper, as he walks back to his own position. But Tarrant makes it 1-0 just 8 minutes in. You can see a fantastic ball from the Scotsman. Takes a touch. What about that? Another touch. Long ball. The composure, the vision from the Scotsman. A fantastic finish from Tarrant as he wheels off in celebration. Quite literally wheels off to celebrate with the West Derby loyal fans. And we definitely are dominating this game. You can see 4 shots, 2 on target, 0.5 xg, and 56% possession. Bapti plays it back to Wrestle. One looks a build from the back, which is slightly scary. Where's our right back? What's going? Why is Holton so high up? Why are you? Like, what is that back line? What is this back line about? Holton, step back. There we go. Forward. Cut out by Pino, but never mind. Pino's back on it then. Controlling the midfield like a Filipino Fabinho. Dodd on it. Looks for Raimondi. Back to Pino. Jack Charles looks for a ball to the right hand side. Dodd to Burl. Looks like we're overloading this right hand side. Tarrant to Dodd. Tarrant and Dodd, the 2 goal scorers in rich vein of form at the moment. Out wide to Dodd to the byline. Pulls it back for Tarrant, and what a finish that is. An assist from Benoit Dodd. Some sensational play, says the commentary at the bottom, and I have to agree. Some great build-up play, one-touch football there. Pino with a slightly erratic ball. Dodd to the byline, crosses in, and that's a fantastic volley from Jamie Tarrant, and the goalkeeper knows it. He just decides to get out of the way to save himself from hitting him in the face, I would suspect. As we go 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go till half time. Quite a pleasing sight. You can see we are pretty dominant in this game. 3 shots on target, 60% possession as we get into half time. 2-0 up. We'll say, very pleased with that going. Keep it up, lads. And put them out for the second half. We're going to make a change quite early on as well, as Holton looks knackered. So we'll take him off for Jack Bullock. As you can see, change has been made. Jack Bullock is set to come on. As we've got a corner for West Auckland. Blinko puts it in. Barnett gets to it. Bennett even. And pulls a goal back. Wrestle and Bennett fighting over the ball in that. Pretty poor set piece defending as he 3 men on the line, 3 men attacking the ball, and not one of them gets to it. It's not great, as Benoit Dodd is looking quite knackered. I think that might well be an injury. I'm going to take off Mora for Clements because he's knackered. And you see that goal has equalled. They are very much taking the initiative. Mitchell's got a deep free kick, crosses it into Waterson, and that's offside, thankfully. I'm going to tell them to focus because that's 2 goals in about 10 minutes now. As the lads are looking quite tired, you can see a lot of red hearts, and that is close. So then, with just over 15 minutes to go, we're going to make a final change, and I think it's going to be Dodd to drop back into that right back. We're going to make a change like this. Scrapping all of that, and we're going to take off Raimondi for Steve Hood. Drop Steve Hood back. Tell them to focus as we push into the last 10 minutes of this cup tie, looking to hold on, and they've got a free kick with Blinko. It's at the post, and it's put in, and it's 2-2, and frustration is just the only way I could describe this goalkeeping sometimes. I know this probably isn't even his fault now. It hits the post, and there's just they get to the ball first. There's literally no other way to put it. 5 minutes to go. After looking quite comfortable at half time, we've just completely gotten complacent. As we are into added time, 5 minutes of there will be, and it's going to tick away, and it looks like we'll see extra time. You can see they definitely took off in the second half. Send them out for extra time then. A lot of tied legs. There is no substitutions in extra time either, as I found out. You can see there. So this will be the team that either wins it or loses it. We've got a chance on the 100-minute mark. Jamie Tarrant is through for a hat-trick. It's a brilliant block. That is a fantastic block from Hunter, who was the man who put them back level, I believe. Chance at Clements to whip in this corner towards that back post, headed away, and that's going to be that. That is dangerous. That is dangerous, Liam. Get it clear. There we go. As Patton picks up the loose ball, Hegarty on the right back position looks to drive them forward. Headed clear from Bullock. Clements picks up the loose ball. Can we counter? Joe Clements, who has scored a screamer in this competition earlier on, loses out. Doesn't think to pass the ball. This time Bullock picks up the loose ball. Jack Charles. Can the Scouser provide some late glory? Pino to Charles. Into Tarrant. Out to Pino. Dodd. Overlap on this right hand side is on. Here's Steve Hood to Tarrant. What a finish from Jamie Tarrant. He took his time, picked his spot, scores a hat-trick yet again. Another hat-trick. You can see a lot of tired legs out there. Some good interchange. Steve Hood pulls it back to Jamie Tarrant, who takes his time, picks his spot, and just leathers it in off the bar. What a goal. I doubt he'd score much better than Marinese striker. But straight from the kickoff, they've got a highlight. This is going to be a third for them. Look forward, ball forward to Dawson. Hapland gets it clear, and Hood will get to that. Can he get a fourth and perhaps just put the tie beyond all doubt, as Jamie Tarrant could be through. Jamie Tarrant for a fourth. Doesn't compose himself quick enough. So half time and extra time, and this has become a very close tie. Just remind the boys to focus as there's just minutes left. We've just missed a sitter apparently. Minutes left, and it looks like we will just go through. Yes, we will. In extra time, a hat-trick from Jamie Tarrant is enough to put us through the tie. Did it the hard way. Definitely did it the hard way. I'm going to say well done, because they were above us in the tiers. So a good result against a higher opposition. And as usual, we will stick around for the cup draw, see who we get in the 5th round, and then decide where we come back next episode. So then, the 5th round draw is due to take place. The last 16 will go for the automatic draw for a bit of tension. Hopefully it won't be as bad as last time. The first out the pot is Greenwich, and they will take on Colney Heath. Second out the pot is Grimsby Borough. They'll take on us. So we'll be taking on Grimsby Borough. So we are taking on Grimsby Borough, who are apparently not. They must be below us. I'm suspecting. Northern Counties East Football League. I think that's above us, actually. I think that's a division above. But yes, it is levels 9. So that's a division above us. Grimsby Borough. They are currently, where are they? We beat Knaresborough, who were in their league. They are a few places below them in 8th. So still a chance for us. You can see if we look at the league table, then we dropped down to 5th, but we still got a game in hand on 3 of the teams above us. A win in that game in hand, again, if it's more than 3 points, will take us up to 3rd. So looking at the schedule then, we will play through the rest of January, come back for the Hull Boys and Grimsby Borough Cup tie in February. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, check the links in the description as always. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.